Okay.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Doot. Hey everyone, let's do a mic check real quick. Alright, I can hear me, so we're good. How's everyone doing today? We're gonna get started here. Alright, I think we're good. Hey everyone, it's Rain, and we are back with more Genshin Impact. Let's go! Today we're gonna be doing Lyney's character quest, story quest, whatever you want to call it. I'm really excited because if you guys don't know, I did get Lyney. I really like his character. He's one of the more... I can't say like most excited characters I've been for Fontaine. Because I did really want him. I really like him. What's up, Galaxy? How are you?
There's no need to exchange pleasantries.
But I really want Faux Schooler, I really want Rio, I really want Nouvellette. There's just so many good characters in Fontaine, but I do really love Lyney, so I'm excited to do a story quest today. I'm just gonna give you guys a fair warning here at the start. There's a thunderstorm going on right now where I am, so if you guys don't remember, last time I streamed during a thunderstorm this bad was when Al-Haytham just came out and my power actually went out. So if the stream just randomly ends, it might be because I had another power outage. But it hasn't happened in months. Just fair warning. Yesterday and today was so hype. Really hype days ever. Yeah, ZZZ trailers. We got some news about Honkai Star Rail coming for the PlayStation. That was really cool. Lots of good Hoyoverse news. They've been really pumping out big news in the last couple days. I haven't heard anything about them releasing Star Rail for the PS4 yet, unfortunately. Just for the PS5 so far. Although they did just announce they were testing for PS5, I don't know if that means it's not coming for the PS4 or not, so take that with a grain of salt. Overall, lots of good stuff. My reactions for some of those should be coming out in the next couple days, probably tomorrow. I actually did finish editing a lot today because I was off today, which was very nice.
Too slow.
I got a couple videos out of the last couple days. I've been so, like, backlogged with videos lately. Like, I have a bunch recorded, I just haven't sat down and edited them. Persona 3 trailer and new release date. Really? I didn't know there was a Persona trailer, too. That's awesome. Excuse me while I go around and collect all the rainbow roses for Lyney.
Too slow.
Because I want to ascend him as soon as possible.
Squall Fury.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Lyney kind of brought Klee back into meta because he's mono pyro. So you really want 3 pyro units in your team, and I guess Klee is just one of his better teammates, which I didn't even know about. I saw a lot of people using him with Xiangling, and I just kind of assumed that that was really good. But no, apparently if you want really good high damage and synergy, a really good team is actually Lyney, Klee, Bennett, and Kazuha, which is pretty cool. So if you guys have a Klee...
Too slow. Quit following me.
You don't have to use a Mono Pyro. He just works really well. Mono Pyro, especially if you have his weapon. 24% extra damage just for having 3 Pyro units on top of his already like stacked damage with more Pyro units. It's crazy. Crazy. A few minutes ago, I logged into the game and you stream. Yeah, I did put on the stream schedule that I was planning on streaming on Wednesday, but I didn't know if I was going to be able to, so I put a maybe instead of I will be streaming. And I just got home a little later than I usually do, and I was able to stream, so that's cool. I just wanted to make sure I streamed today because I can't stream Friday. which I think I put on the stream schedule too. But I did see your message. Galaxy sent me a little E.
Too slow.
I have no idea what his quest is going to be about. I haven't seen anyone stream it or anything, which is weird, right? I know a lot of people are exploring and doing the world quests and stuff, but I haven't seen any like streamers that I watch even talk about his quest. So I guess people maybe are just saving it, or maybe they're just too focused on exploring right now. I don't know, but I haven't seen a lot of people do it. So this is a completely blind going into this quest.
Quit following me.
Because you usually get some spoilers, no matter what, when you go into Genshin stuff. I know there's a flower down here, I just don't remember where. I'm not leaving any flower behind.
The wind rises.
Persona 3 R is coming 24. That's a bummer. But, oh well. That's alright. We got other games to occupy our time until then. By the way, guys, I marked all the places where you can find the roses on the map. Besides the ones that are over here, because those are easy to find. If you guys have Lyney. I'm excited for Reloaded. I really am. It's a long time to wait. But I guess in the meantime, we do have, what is it? Persona 5 Tactica to occupy time? Oh man, they're not back yet. I must have got these ones recently, because they're not even back yet. Yesterday was GameCon when a lot of games are coming October. Yeah. Alright, so now that I think those are all the roses I can get today, because I think the rest of them are actually on an off day. So these ones are tomorrow. I think I can get these ones today, maybe? Let me look. If I can get this one, I can get the rest of those. They take so long to respawn, I can never keep track. Okay, I must have got these ones already, too. No probs. Just out of curiosity, how far away is he from ascending? Lyney. 10 more. Damn. Damn. Oh well.
Quit following me.
Have you guys been doing any of the world quests in Fontaine? I heard a lot of them were really, really good. I've done a couple. Because you guys know I don't usually do the world quests on stream, they're too long. But I have done a couple. I've done the Wonderland one, which was really, really good. I loved the area that we unlocked for that quest.
Upon the gate. You dare to gaze upon me?
My guiding stars! Stars! Dare to mess with me? Teamwork is true! Have fun with this gift!
Too freaking lazy to do the world quests. They're so good though. Some of the stories for them are really good, and they've been way shorter than Sumeru's. They finally listened to the community and shortened the world quests. Both of the ones that I've been doing, I'm doing this one, the underwater one right now, where you talk to the little deer people. I'm doing the ghost ship one, whatever. I've been making really fast progress on them. Like I got a couple of the world quests done already. Like they're not as long as Sumeru's, which is so nice. Sumeru's were so long. You think I want to read? Fair. Fair. You could always just skip through them and have someone talk about them later. Like, people make videos for this kind of stuff. Okay. Go here. I wonder if we're gonna get another magic show. Hopefully. So it was really funny about the PlayStation trailer for Genshin. Or not for Genshin, for Star Rail.
Too slow.
I didn't realize that's what it was because it didn't say that on like the trailer cover. It just said gameplay trailer or whatever. And so when I was like doing my reaction video for it, I literally freaked when I was like, "Oh my, it's the PlayStation release. Holy shit, that's crazy." And I instantly wrote a post about it.
By the Phantom Weasel?
Absolutely. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Phantom Weasel never acts as you expect. He
Phantom
must have
Weasel?
faked his own death 10 years ago using a body double.
What?
Now that he's back, I'm sure the guards who worked on his case
Or it's a
back in the day are in for a
copycat,
headache.
whatever it is.
However this turns out in the end, the one thing it won't be is boring.
Couldn't agree more. As a journalist, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this one.
I disagree. Anything called the Phantom Weasel is cringe.
Thank you, sir, for your time. Now, whom should I interview next? Huh? Hey! What a coincidence! Fancy meeting you here.
Do you guys like Charlotte?
Perfect timing. So, the Phantom Weasel's latest warning letter. What are your thoughts?
Phantom Weasel.
Yeah, this is the first time we're hearing of this one. Could you clue us in? Huh? Oh, sorry. Yes, this case is from a decade ago. I guess you wouldn't know about it.
Okay.
Well, not to worry. You're in good hands because I'm a professional. The story goes like this.
Does she have the same voice actor as
A phantom
Yomiya?
thief became active in the court of Fontaine. Known only as the Weasel. Nobody knew his true identity, and the authorities never
Maybe their
managed to
voices are
catch him.
similar, because
Wow, cool! He sounds like one of those
I like her, but every time she speaks, I'm like,
night burglars that you read
is-
about
is it Yomiya?
Precisely. Well, except the part where they actually have a good reputation. Our Weasel targeted whatever people held dear, and no one was safe from his predations. He would just as soon steal a necklace from a rich merchant's safe as he would a toy doll given to a commoner child for their birthday.
I wonder what weapon she's gonna use.
I know. The phantom thieves you read
We know
about
she's
in novels
cryo.
rob the rich to pay the poor, but this guy did not discriminate.
I wonder if she'll be a cryo catalyst.
This didn't work wonders for his public reputation. Every man and his dog wanted to see him.
I mean, it makes
behind
sense because
bars.
she'd be a writer.
Yeesh. So, did they catch him? Not exactly. There's a good chance that the Weasel would still be at large to this day if it hadn't been for an accident 10 years ago. A magician named Caesar fell to his death in a botched high-altitude escape
Julius
performance.
Caesar.
When the police went through his personal effects, they found a horde of stolen loot and gadgets used for criminal activities. And that was how the Phantom Weasel's identity was revealed to all. Sure enough, thefts
So he's
in Fontaine
caught?
went down after Caesar's death. But today, 10 years on, the notorious thief has once again issued one of his warning letters and pasted it on the gate of the Opera Epiclese for all to see.
I'm
I had to
confused.
squeeze through the crowd this morning to get a photo as soon as I heard. Here, it's this one.
Is this whole quest going to be an investigation with Charlotte? Where's Lyney?
This is the warning letter, huh? Let's see what he wrote.
I heard she uses the book. That makes sense.
I shall take from you that which you hold most dear at the opera house. Just as you
Did you guys hear about the fountain?
Ago.
Have you guys done the
This
fountain
is
thing yet?
Without a doubt, a clear declaration.
You stand in the middle of the
criminal
fountain
intent.
at night, you
After
hear
years of laying
voices.
low, the Phantom Weasel is back with a vengeance. What once seemed like an open and shut case has been blown wide open again. But why has he reemerged now? And what does he want? I sense an epic scoop, and I'm going for it.
I mean, it seems interesting, but the villain being named the Weasel.
Value, does that mean even we might be targeted?
He might steal our favorite snacks.
Really? Oh, let him try. In fact, I'm gonna eat all our snacks right now. Let's see what he can do about that. Okay, the people have spoken. It's clear that the public are very concerned about the Phantom Weasel's reappearance.
Paimon.
Let's see, I've got a photo of the letter.
Oh, there's Lyney.
Interview notes. Yep, that should be enough to form the skeleton of my article. It does feel like something is missing, though.
A little pizzazz, perhaps?
Something exclusive.
Maybe a
Interview
showman?
next. I need someone with a more concrete connection to the Weasel. Is that who I think it is?
He has a connection to the Weasel? Looks like he's performing some magic.
Magic. Magician. Caesar! The Phantom Weasel! That's it! Let's go interview Lyney!
I don't know where you're going with this, but okay.
See, the original Phantom Thief Caesar was a magician too! And what do
Phantom
thieves
Thief?
and magicians have in common? They both have an air of mystery
Take
about them.
over.
Perhaps there's a connection there. Are you serious? What sort of a deduction is that? Oh, relax. My journalistic instinct tells me that an exclusive news story is beckoning. Let's go. No time for delay.
Lyney. All right.
Wow, Mr.
Do you guys hear the thunder in the background?
How did you know
It's
which
so
one I
loud.
picked?
Oh, it's simple. Come closer, and I'll let you in on my secret. Magicians
Have
have
we
a special
forgiven him
skill
yet?
called telepathy, which means we can read other people's minds.
Bull.
Really? Then, what am I thinking now?
Well, first you need to relax, because I can see that you're clenching your fist in your mind, as if to say, no, I mustn't let him guess it.
Aww.
Eh.
And now you're getting a little flustered. You're trying to find a way to empty your mind, to think of nothing at all. But the more you try to hide a secret, the easier it'll come out.
Lyney,
You
he's a
snuck out
kid.
from home today, didn't you? You told your family a little lie so you could come out and play.
You can tell? Oh boy. You really can read my mind.
Of
Lyney, you
course.
can't just make fun of a kid like
And
this.
that's the end of my performance. You should really be heading home.
Well, I guess it's not
Remember
making
to
fun of, but he
apologize
is
to your
teasing
family,
him.
all right? They must be worried about you.
All right, got it. Bye, Mr. Magician.
Do they have a new model for the kids? They seem taller. Or is it the fact that Lenny's like super short?
Hey, Lyney?
Why, hello. We meet again. Are you looking for me? What's the situation?
Well, why don't you guess, Mr. Telepathic?
Eh.
Oh, please. You didn't believe that spiel, did you? The power of telepathy is quite beyond me.
I'm sure that child would beg to differ. Seemed like you were right on the money.
That was nothing more than a little trickery. I made an educated guess based on his micro-expressions. That, plus the fact that he was
Where's
the only
Lynette?
kid here without his parents, and he looked as guilty as sin. He made it easy for me. You guys, on the other hand... Let me guess. Don't tell me you're here for the Phantom Weasel, are you?
How?
Got it in one.
Wait, really? No trickery this time. It was pure luck. His warning letter's been the talk of the town, so I figured
Oh,
that
okay,
maybe you
everyone
were
knows
asking
about it.
around about that.
Bingo! I plan on writing a column reporting on the latest news about the Phantom Weasel.
I still think the Phantom Weasel was the
What are your
worst sounding
thoughts on
villain
this
of all
infamous
time.
thief's reappearance?
Almost as bad as the Penguin.
To be honest, it makes me angry.
Angry? Why?
I ate her, that's why she's not here.
You read his letter, right? The Phantom Weasel claims he's planning something in 3
Galaxy.
weeks' time at the Opera House.
For shame.
That's the night I'll be performing there.
For shame, Galaxy. It's just weird not seeing them, like, together.
Wait a minute, you don't think he's after you, do you?
Well, if he is, then his warning is clearly a direct challenge to me personally. And if he's not, then it's still going to be a huge headache for me. The mere mention of the weasel's name is enough to scare people off. So once the contents of that letter get out, barely anyone will be showing up to watch my show.
I swear to God, if the guards come and try to arrest Lyney for being the Phantom Weasel just because he's a magician, I am going to be so done with Fontaine's court system. I am already so done with Fontaine's court system. The quest is fun. The quest was interesting. I really liked it. But the way they do the courts and trials and stuff in Fontaine, it kind of just makes me mad. They treat it like it's a show, like it's an opera. And that's the point. It's supposed to be not exactly right. It's just weird that the audience basically decides who's guilty, because the audience perception, like, all you have to do is convince the audience, and then the scales will like tilt in the audience in whatever way the audience is leaning, and then they're guilty or not. Like, you don't even need real evidence. You could say whatever as long as the audience believed you. And that's like the dumbest way to actually convict people I have ever heard of.
But I've been preparing for this for a long time. I'm not about to let him ruin my big day. This leaves
Sorry,
me
that was
with
my
only
rant
one
for today.
choice. I have to expose the Phantom Weasel's identity before the show begins.
Okay.
So what you're saying is, we might get to see a live duel between a famous magician and an infamous thief? Wow, this has exclusive written all over it.
To be honest, I'm not sure if I'll emerge the victor. The Phantom Weasel is a notorious crook, infamous for his inscrutable methods.
You're being far too modest, Lyney. I think your magic tricks are even more inscrutable than those of a thief.
Thanks for the compliment, though I have to say I don't care much for the comparison.
Yeah.
A lot of people liken magicians to thieves because we both have the ability to make things disappear without the person noticing. But there's an important
Well, sleight of
difference
hand
that
and
these
everything,
people
like,
overlook.
you even yourself caught a thief because you knew what to look for.
Allow me to demonstrate with a quick magic trick. Here, I have a flower, just an ordinary flower that was picked not long ago.
It's Lynette.
Watch it carefully now.
It's Lynette's
3,
ascension material.
2, 1.
Why are we so excited?
It's gone!
Where did it go?
That's the question. Where did it go? Therein lies the difference between us. Thieves make precious things disappear, but only magicians make them reappear. If I could now invite you all to check your clothes, there might be a surprise in there somewhere.
A surprise? Let me see!
How? That is the weirdest place to put a flower ever. That is under our chin. That's not even, like, on the side.
But how?
That is under our chin.
What an outstanding trick! Sorry, Lyney, it seems that my previous praise was woefully inadequate. Clearly, magic is the superior art form to theft.
Don't worry, I didn't take offense. I just wanted to take the opportunity to perhaps change some of the preconceived notions you might have about magicians. Since Caesar's death, a lot of people associate magicians with criminality. It can be quite frustrating.
I can imagine.
You are
coming back to your
Fatui.
trick just now, might I presume that you are well versed in floral symbolism? For example, magicians often use rainbow roses in their flower-related performances to represent passion and romantic encounters.
The literal things he needs for
But
ascension.
you used a Lumidu spell, which, if I'm not mistaken, allude to separations. I'm curious to know if there was any deeper meaning behind this choice.
Impressive knowledge. It's no wonder you're such a successful journalist. But I'm afraid I don't know the first thing about floral symbolism. I'm just in the habit of using Lumidu spells in my magic. It sounds like something I should look into, though. I'll buy myself a copy of Fontaine's Floral Language Facts when I have some time. But it'll have to wait until this Phantom Weasel business is behind us.
Well noted. In that case, this brings us to the end of our interview. I, for one, am looking forward to the final showdown between you and the thief.
Dun dun
Please
dun.
feel free to get in touch to update me on any further developments. Otherwise, I will of course see you at your show in 3 days' time. But let's hope the Phantom Weasel is caught by then.
Oh, so we're just gonna tag along with him
If
and
there's
not her?
nothing else, I'll be off. You've given me
I thought
lots to
she'd
work
hang
with here,
around
and I've
because,
got
like,
no time to lose
in a
with all
way,
my
a journalist is
exclusive
basically
geeks.
like her
I'll see
own,
you all
like,
later.
detective squad, you know? Like, she would have to be really good at investigating, you know, to be a really good journalist. So, I assumed she was gonna help us out.
So, Lyney, are you gonna tell us how you did that flower trick now?
I'm afraid that's my little secret.
Aww. Well, magicians are entitled to their secrets. But Paimon's really itching to know how it's done.
I honestly don't care.
You feel
That
itchy,
ruins it.
right? So itchy.
The Phantom Weasel.
Not so itchy then, huh? Well, since you're so concerned, how would you like to serve as my temporary magician's assistants and help me investigate?
Magician's assistants?
Do we get sexy costumes?
Fun! Assistants are something the magicians do. Also, it'll bring us one step closer to figuring out how that darn trick is done. Shall we go for it?
Paimon, you're the only one who cares about that. What's your plan?
The first thing we need to look into is who Caesar really was. If he truly was the Phantom Weasel, that means that the Weasel is dead, and whoever wrote this warning letter is just a copycat criminal. But if he wasn't the Weasel? Well, that'll make things more interesting. It would mean that the Weasel lives, and he's been laying low all this time in some corner of Fontaine.
And he framed someone else for his crimes and killed them.
And if we're investigating Caesar, his fiancée Gemma is a good place to start. Word is that she visits the cemetery often, so I asked Lynette to wait for her there.
Oh, well, at least we know where Lynette
We
is.
should make a move. Let's go and rendezvous with Lynette.
Cool. I'm just throwing out a guess right now. When we get to play as Lyney, we're also going to get to play as Lynette. That is my guess. Because during the quest, we always get to play as the character that we are on the quest with. How cool would it be if, because, you know, Lyney and Lynette are always together, if they would, like, let us play as Lynette as well. Of course, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it'd be cool if they did. Like, even in their trailers, they both showed up in each other's trailers. Their death lines, like, I don't want to say they yell out for each other, but they, like, say, like, Lyney will say her name, and Lynette will say his name. What's up?
Not now. Oh, mine's a command.
Let's light it!
Okay, where is... Alright, that's even a little too high for Wanderer. I wonder if there's a wind current or something I have to activate. How do you keep Sealies in cages? They're literally just like wisps of energy. You'd think they could just like float out.
Too late for regret.
The wind rises.
Open that. Open that. Are they all going to go to the same place? Be really weird if they didn't. Where are we going? They did not do that? Do what? Look at the house on the hill. I, like, legit have not been over here yet. To be fair, though, I don't really spend much of my time in Fontaine on land. I have been exploring the ocean, like, a lot. I've been having so much fun doing underwater travel and stuff, and just exploring. I haven't really done a lot of the actual, like, land of Fontaine yet. I'm here, party people! Yo, Thomas, what's up, guys? How are you? How are you today, Thomas? Good to see ya. You made it just in time for Lenny's quest. Yes, thank you. Holy shit. They seriously just said, here's a luxury chest for following some Sealies. Damn, thanks.
The wind rises.
Not now. Don't be scared. Everybody stand! Dare to mess with me? Here's
Okay, there was another... Oh, there's like a little water current. I wonder if that'll take me to the Hydroculus. I saw my ex again, so... I'm just feeling awkward. Easy solution. This is a joke, by the way. Don't take it seriously. Punch your feelings in the face. Just say, nah, feelings, not today. I'm good, thanks. I wonder if this will actually take me to the Hydroculus. It might. Maybe not. I think that one will.
Quit following me.
Man, what do people do without Wanderer? Actually climb? That's sad. Is there another one? Oh, yeah, there is. Man, there's a bunch on this island. I made Nahida sing Balin. It sounded so good. That's cool.
Too slow.
I should probably get the waypoint, and then we can continue with the quest. Where is it? Way over there. Okay. It actually looks like it's in the mountain, maybe? It's probably above it. Do 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 do. Then I can come back here later. I just want to make sure I can teleport.
Quit following me.
Man, why is it always timer and archers? Why don't we have any, like, combat ones anymore?
Too slow.
I never see any of the combat ones anymore. Alright, Lenny. And Lynette. Let's go and see what you guys are up to. Is that a green chest? Oh, they have a green chest. Other solution, pretend they don't exist. Just go numb. Self-medicate. I'm kidding. Don't do that. That was a joke.
too late for regret.
Behold.
So, actually something really amazing about the Fontaine, like green chests and stuff, I've been getting a lot of like glass houses, buildings, like the French style buildings, like they have actually in Fontaine City. So like I've been building them, and I'm like trying to figure out how to do a layout in the teapot that'll like look good, but I'm basically because I've been going around getting all the green chests. I basically have just like my own little like Fontaine City in my Sumeru realm style now.
You took your time.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette.
He was also doing a magic show.
We're working as Lenny's temporary assistants in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
Yeah, we replaced you. Sorry.
Thank you. It's good to have you helping.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
About 65-ish% for all the areas in Fontaine so far. The Hydro-Oculus have been easy to find. Yeah, they kind of have
Nope.
been.
I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Yeah, let's disturb people while they're mourning their loved ones. Great decision.
Excuse me, good sir. Do you by any chance know a Gemma?
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. It's no secret why either. She's heartsick. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. Often
Once a
she
week?
just sits there in front of his headstone, lost in
Didn't
thought.
they say the weasel died like
Sometimes she
10
talks
years
to
ago?
herself. I asked her what she was
I'm
doing
not crazy.
once.
Charlotte
She
said like a decade,
she
right?
wanted to speak to him again.
She still comes every week?
She knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiancé all about how her life is going.
So, is Joker gonna be in Genshin? I see Phantom Thief as the title.
She's been doing this ever
Well-
since Caesar passed away? Oh, so 10
I already made a
years.
Persona joke, so.
I'll bet.
But just
Caesar's
because
reputation
Persona
fell
5
apart
made
after
the
his identity
title of
was
like
revealed,
Phantom
so
Thief
no
popular
one else
doesn't
visits
mean
his
they
grave.
own it.
Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him fondly.
Well, isn't that just if they're dissolved?
If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't deserve someone like her. Anyway, all of that said, she's running
Are
later
you in
than
love with
usual
her?
today. Normally, she'd be sitting in front of his grave by
Dude
now.
seemed jealous.
I wonder if she's okay.
Is dude mourning his dead wife or something, and it's like
Well, that's
she's
everything I
mourning
know,
her
I'm
dead
afraid.
husband.
You might have more luck asking some other people.
Grief counseling romance.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
You just want her to move on so you can slide in her DMs. Damn.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, isn't he dead?
Back from the dead.
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays. I can never tell what's true and what isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if this weasel's the real deal and Caesar was framed?
Hey, I said that earlier.
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago on the day it all went down.
See,
said to
10 years
myself,
ago. She's
"You know
still
what?
coming
This guy's
10
been
years
set up."
later every
The
week.
Caesar I knew was a good guy.
That's
he gave
love.
balloons to children on the street for people.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, "Oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, oh, you think you know a guy."
They
But
almost
worse than that.
cussed. They dotted it. Son of a ... You know exactly what word was supposed to be there. Damn.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Sorry to
Hello
interrupt.
there. Sorry for disturbing you, but I couldn't help but notice you were discussing the Phantom Weasel. We're actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the right people.
Caesar salad.
Yep. I was there. Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street.
Caesar salad.
He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly out from the inside.
So he was a musician.
I was
Not
right
a
up
musician,
close and
damn.
didn't blink or look away
Magician.
once. But for the life of me, I still don't have the faintest clue how he pulled it off. Really incredible stuff.
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list appear in his next show.
That's cool.
He doesn't sound like such a bad guy.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later.
That's a little darker.
As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from anyone.
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once more. I
Duriano.
bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time. No, speak of the devil.
And then she
That's her
can
over there.
go and,
If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma.
Makes
Is
sense,
it
she's a
just
little
Paimon,
older.
or does it look like something's wrong? Wait,
She's dressed in
it
all
looks
black.
like she's injured.
She's
Come
still
on, let's see if
grieving.
she's okay.
Damn. She's still in a widow's dress. That's so sad. 10 years later, she's still in mourning.
Hi there.
I saw the voice actor for
Gemma, right?
Sino is voicing a guy in Persona 3, now in Reload. That's cool.
Who's asking?
There's this dude who really likes you, Gemma. He wants to slide in your DMs, so you just gotta get over your dead husband so you can, move on. It's been 10 years. Maybe you should try dating.
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern, but you didn't answer my question. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
My name is Lyney, and this is my sister Lynette.
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler. We're investigating the Phantom Weasel.
The Weasel posted a warning letter this morning. If he still lives, that means that Caesar was falsely accused.
Wait, I forgot there's 2 trailers?
You knew Caesar better than
Damn.
anyone
I haven't watched
else.
either of them yet.
So if you're willing, we'd love to hear what you think about all this. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt you. In fact, we'll do all we can to keep you safe.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
I mean, it's her decision if she wanna date again. I was just joking.
I suspected
know.
as much. Okay, so going back 10 years, do you remember anything strange in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Got it. All right, sorry for disturbing you.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Okay. She was very obsessively staring at that
Judging by the
tombstone.
look on her face, there's definitely something fishy about her.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
Perhaps she simply just didn't trust us.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her about things that happened a whole decade ago. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day.
Okay. Just real quick.
A lot of people find cemeteries bleak and oppressive, but not me.
Baltazar? What the frick is your name? Baltasar. Baltasar? Baltasar. I'm sorry, but it just sounds like ball teaser.
I find the silence gives me a sense of peace.
Alright, well, Gemma, meet Baltasar. He wants to slide in your DMs. I'm Paul Teaser. Ouch. I know. Oh, that's like such a bad name to have. Wait until 8 a.m. to 12. Okay. Like, the game, like, seriously just, like, gave an NPC that name. That's so funny. They knew what they were doing. Just like when they give that random NPC... Oh shoot, what was his name? It sounded so much like Hu Tao's, but there was like one letter different. Wasn't it like Hu Zhao or something? So lazy.
Quit following me.
Over here.
What's up, Lyney?
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her.
Makes
They should be
sense.
at a
She's
cafe
basically
right
a ninja.
now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us.
What should we do?
So, we need a contingency plan. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and
Ooh,
assistant.
Lorenzo.
When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. But Lorenzo was the only one privy to all his magic secrets, and he inherited his craft.
Is he like a magician? Why do I keep saying musician? Magician.
Before long, Lorenzo was
It's like my brain
next big
autocorrects the word in my
magician
brain.
town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy.
I too will be
He's since
lazy
left the
naming
magic scene,
NPCs.
though, and these days, he's a wealthy businessman with his fingers in a lot of different pies. I had to pull a lot of strings, but I managed
So
to
he's
get him
not
to agree to a
actually
couple of drinks with
a
me.
magician?
Be warned, though. I hear he's got a hair-triggered temper. We'd best be careful.
So he's a washed-up magician with anger issues. Got it. Have you guys done the fountain thing yet? I asked this earlier. Stand at the fountain, in like the fountain in the middle of the night, and hear the voices. It's so
You
creepy.
neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with you.
Paimon's half a person. He brought 1.5 more people with him.
My apologies. These two are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former
The dog with
Magic
the
Meister
bonnet.
himself, they begged and pleaded
It
with
has
me
a
to
wig,
bring them
too.
along.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Wait, this is the place where we got poisoned. Why would we come back here? BRB shower? Okay.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lyney stroking his ego.
I only agreed to meet since we're both magicians. Do me a
Are
favor
you,
and cut to the
though?
chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I want to address is also related to magic. Yesterday morning, a warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claims to be planning something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As such, I believe that I may well be his target. I
Okay.
have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally,
Why
any
are we telling the
investigation into
dude
Weasel
who is
starts
most
with a few
likely to
questions about
be-
Caesar, who...
The Phantom Weasel. If he was his assistant, he could just... Hear me out. I don't think he's a villain. I think maybe, just maybe, he's trying to clear his name. Or maybe the wife is, by pretending to be the Phantom Weasel now. And if, like, people start thinking, oh, he's back, the other dude must have not been him. His name would be cleared. Or something. I don't know. Maybe.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel, and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to
And
write a
bruh,
warning
Paimon is a
letter? It
full
changes
person.
nothing. Are you...
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up.
She's half
I do
sized.
concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Lyney. Look, my patience
Oh,
is
you were
limited,
the
so
weasel.
listen carefully while I'm still willing to put up with
I was wrong. He is the weasel. He's too defensive. He is the
you.
weasel.
The weasel is dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do yourself
You
a favor
framed
and
your
quit this
predecessor.
investigation. It'll lead you nowhere.
So you
Look,
could
if this
get all of his
affects your
tricks and
magic
everything.
show in any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
So not only was he the thief, you know, the weasel, he framed his mentor, killed him, made his mentor take the blame. So he got everything from his craft and his act and all that. So he became famous and wealthier. Now he has businesses and stuff on the side. And he's trying really hard to keep the weasel in the past. But probably, I think what's happening is he's like restarting it. It's been so long, he's starting like his thief ways again or something. Maybe? I don't know. That's my running theory.
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me, what exactly are you seeking to do?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity. I have to know for myself what really happened 10 years ago.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets. And in any case, dead men don't talk. So if you really care about your magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Are we going to do another Phoenix Wright to prove this guy? I'm only guessing. I never did this quest yet. I don't know. It definitely kind of seems like that, but we're not gathering evidence, so I don't think so.
Uh-oh. This is getting awkward.
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I know that big, booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man?
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on. You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say?
You're drunk.
Live
Go lay down,
fast,
please.
Die young. You gotta learn how to kick back and relax once in a while.
Dude, you almost threw up in the middle of the sentence, and it made it sound like you threatened him.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Sorry, my good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmondo. He and I are business pals. We worked together a bunch of times. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul-mouthed and hard-nosed. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've known him.
And but going by Genshin logic, it definitely means he's probably the bad guy.
And he wonders why he can't get a girlfriend, despite being, what, pushing 40, 30, something? Anyway. Point is, a lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into. And he's still into, from what I hear.
Oh my, I figured it out. He's in love with his whatever predecessor's girl. The one girl who was at the grave. The widow. Did he kill her husband just because he was in love with her? And she never got over him because they truly loved each other? Oh, that took such a dark turn. That's like a knife.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again. Do I make myself clear?
I thought the drunk went through puberty again.
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right. I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
Like, it wasn't for money. it wasn't to steal his axe. It wasn't for greed. It was literally because he loved her. And it's just a guess because it's not confirmed yet, but if I'm right, it means he did not care about her feelings. He did not care that she was happy. He just thought he would be better, so he killed him. That's awful. That's not love. He's a yandere, I
It's high
guess.
time I
Pretty
made a
much.
move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Lyney, be my guest.
Lorenzo the yandere. Okay.
But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
If I can't have you, no one can. Dun dun dun.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion. Any thoughts?
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that?
Because he wants you to shut up.
He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
If Gemma ever starts dating again, she better start dating Balti's guy. Because he actually loves her. You can tell. That other guy, he's psycho. She deserves better.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely.
It's sad that I don't remember his real name.
That guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Look at the dog. It's such a stylish dog. I want your dog. Damn. What do you got? I never even looked. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Oh, we actually have new ingredients too? That's cool. That looks so good. And it's an attack boosting. Dude, a free defense. And it works in co-op? Something you don't even have to cook? Yes, please. Am I still like the only person who actually cooks in Genshin? I genuinely try to get all the recipes done because of the achievements that you get from them. I don't know if anyone else still does that. I feel like probably not if you have a healer. But you get primo gems for cooking if you do the achievements of cooking like it's so many dishes. So I genuinely try to. Alright, let's go find Yandere, dude. Oh, Edmund. Drunk dude. My bad.
You
Who is he in love with?
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many. I just need to ride it out. I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial ruin. Note to self, no more drunken chats when Lorenzo's around.
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey, just keep your voice down. Don't go
You're
prying
acting like
into
he's a mafia
Lorenzo's
boss and he'll
personal
hit you.
affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Make an enemy out of him.
Not like a hit, not like a slap. I mean, like, he'll take a hit out on you. Like, you'll be dead. Like, that's how scared he seems.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again.
Huh.
And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve.
So...
That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm...
We already met one mafia boss, so it wouldn't be surprising. I guess not. But Mafia is kind of like the good, helpful mafia that helps the people. There has to be a crooked one eventually, I guess.
Shh. I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our whole conversation.
Do you see him in the background? Dude literally has people spying on us.
Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We'd better take this elsewhere.
Well, Secret Service Black Ops dude is gone. Okay. We go way over here? Damn.
Search for it.
We don't even stay on the path.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Lyney. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you today? Save us the trouble and go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister!
Are we gonna get to try Lyney now?
Save your questions,
Although I have already played with him a
Missy.
lot.
You ain't gonna need answers.
But mine's only level 70, so.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Don't worry, we got this!
Okay. So, how Lyney works is you want to do this. And then you want to do this and blow some stuff up.
Now disappear!
That's it?
Curses.
That was the shortest
than we
gameplay
thought.
tutorial ever.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram!
Hey, wise guys! We ain't through with you yet! Oh, they got away!
We better get a dungeon.
Did you catch what they said just before they left? Something about intimidating someone else. Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic. And they've already done it to someone else, but...
Could it have been Gemma?
You're right. She was injured when we saw her yesterday, and she
Other
acted like
news,
she had something
the
to
puppet
hide.
show called SML. Who knows for getting case and distance. Nintendo or getting a purpose. Nintendo's SML. Jeffrey plays okay.
Maybe she was
Really?
too
That's
scared
weird.
to tell us the truth because those guys had threatened her.
Well, if that's the case, she should be more willing to open up to us once she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Ugh. In the other news, I know we talked about it a little bit, but I know that, like, more people are here now. The fact that Star Rail has only been announced for the PS5 and not the PS4. That's so weird. You would think, especially with the fact that Star Rail is marketed in a very similar way to Genshin, they would put it on both systems because, one, not everyone has it, and two, that's like such a loss. Because think if, say even like 50%, if 50% of people had the PS5, they'd still be missing out on the other like 50% of people. You know, like, I know a lot of people are trying to get the new gen consoles, and a lot of game companies are leaning towards it. But the fact that they haven't even, like, talked about putting it on the PS4 at all is weird, right? Just one big ad. I thought it was weird. Especially because, like, Genshin's on PS4. And Star Rail is not as big a game as Genshin. It could definitely hold, like, it could definitely run Star Rail. Hi, Gemma.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What? Why? I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too well, and I hate them
Poor
with every
thing.
fiber of my being. It's been 10 long years, and still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, they show up and warn me not to do anything stupid. How do I know I can trust you? Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all?
Yeah.
Why
What's
are
his
you
name
doing
did it.
this?
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance. I give you my word.
Okay. How can I help you?
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, I'd like to take a look at them. Do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Sonde. But the place was sealed up by the police after his death, and no one's been there since. I also know that the Fleuve Sonde is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups
Dungeon?
lurking around.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and
back.
take care
Welcome
of
back.
Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it.
Is this where
But
we're
if
gonna
I
try out
stay in
Lyney?
Here, I'm
For
ordering
real?
dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too.
Okay. All right. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Lynette honestly has Bronya energy. Especially like a earlier game Bronya energy. Maybe not like so mechanical, but she's very like, what's the word? Deadpan? Deadpan's a good way to say it. She's very deadpan. And I think that's why I like her so much. She's like me for real, for real. Where is this? Is it underground? Yes? I think. It might be underwater. It says it's still below. Is there anywhere deeper we can go around here? Oh no! Baby seal! Why? Who did this? You free! Why aren't you leaving cage? Come on! I didn't mean to hit it. I'm sorry. Is there more? This is not allowed. This is not allowed. Who puts a baby seal in a cage? The Judgment Kit. Damn. He's just a 5-star Hydro Traveler. Huh? Judge's Kit. The 5-star. Is he? I don't know. I don't think so. Nufulet. I don't feel like he is. I guess a little bit with his skill. I heard he's pretty broken though. Where is this exactly? Maybe it's just in the underground down here? Yeah, okay.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Huh. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance.
That's how they
shift them
sealed
away
it?
first.
By just stacking boxes?
There we go. It should be just down here.
They seal the domain by just stacking boxes. Okay. I guess. Who should I bring? Let's bring... No. We're gonna be using him, I assume. So maybe a reaction character? Like Yelan?
Who's our target this time?
Just because I assume he'll be in the party? Yeah. So we have triple pyro anyway. He has his weapon. Oh no. Just out of curiosity, does he have a C2? Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good.
Don't get too close.
Oh, they automatically move. Okay. I thought maybe I had to find a mechanism.
So this was Caesar's workshop. Nothing suspicious here, just normal magic props. Let's head in further.
Wait. What? Lenny's shoulder glows, not his vision. How have I never noticed that?
What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's gadgets? Guess we must have triggered some sort of device.
Am I supposed to hit it? I guess so. Thought his vision was on his shoulder? Nah, it's on his back.
Check this out. Supporting fire.
Teamwork is trick.
Wind strategy. As one with wind and cloud. And voila!
Oh, there was another one. Okay.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
And moving.
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
Are there any chests? You'd think this would be a really good place for one. Do, 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 do. They're gonna put a hidden chest anywhere. This room would be perfect. It's kind of creepy. It's very like Alice in Wonderland, like very like cutesy. So you feel like a terrifying monster is gonna pop out any second.
Magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
That was easy. Why? Okay, there we go. It wasn't letting me stop aiming. ZZ looks so cool. I want to play, please. I know, it does look really fun. And it has like a similar layout to like Honkai Impact 3rd where it's like mission based and stuff, which is cool. So it's like not going to be like super heavy on your device.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's nothing here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully...
Secret passageway!
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike.
So you pulled the move the book magic bookshelf trick?
Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
I saw a chest in the background when Lyney was talking. Oh, okay. Alright, I want to try and set this up right. So, inflict pyro, Kazuha swirl, inflict pyro, Lyney. So you want to... Oh, shoot. Damn it! You're supposed to use his CAD, instantly switch out, use his charge attack, use his E. It's like his like uber one-shot powerful build. But everything dies before I can try it.
Check this out.
So pyro, Kazuha swirl, Benny's ult.
Teamwork is trick.
Fallen leaves.
Swirl.
My knights.
Again, everything dies. Your reputation,
Why
check
did you start,
the...
Is there some device in that box?
Check the gadget you get from Fontaine. Where's the reputation board in it just Fontaine? Looks familiar somehow.
I haven't even found it
Check
yet.
this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right, see you in a bit.
Aw, he left the party. Damn it.
Time to go.
Oh no. I know exactly what they want me to do. Uh-huh. I messed it up though.
Oh, seems like we can't step on the same tile twice. Guess we've got to finish it in one run, huh?
Yeah, I messed it up. I figured it out too late. Oh, because I stepped off? I didn't mean to step off. Do 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 do. You can jump one block. Oh, I didn't even need to. It's fine. I just had to not step off of them.
Wow! There's a hidden
This is a pretty cool room.
This book's thick as a brick! Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Why does Paimon always like get so excited when she snoops?
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat.
That's not how I did it. I think that's how you're supposed to do it, though.
As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were
How are the
pestering me to
balloons
pull all
still
sorts of
inflated?
things out
It's
of the
been
hat.
10 years. They would have popped.
So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, and I wound up saving very little this month. But that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat? Two
He was such a
children
good
came to talk
person,
to me after
too.
today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two.
Wait, was it Lyney and Lynette?
I told them that learning magic is very hard work.
Is that why he wanted to
That
solve the
didn't faze them at all.
case?
It's like they already knew. And they seemed so committed. I couldn't
It
turn
was
them
their
down.
mentor. Damn.
It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up
I
to
have
me
a
about
balloon
it.
from my middle school celebration. It still has air in it?
Surely
Really?
he's not upset that I agreed to teach those two children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have
It was
all
Lyney and
sorts of
Lynette.
fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared with time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I.
And they
My
did.
only
That's so
concern is why they're
sweet.
so mature for their age.
Oh, it was
I
totally
fear
the
they've
other
had to grow
dude.
up too fast. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing.
Oh, damn.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads.
It has deflated a bit, but yeah. Dang.
I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission.
It took me like 10 minutes to finish.
Sounds like their parents have other plans for them. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but I think that I've gotten a feel for their personalities now. They're very tough, but also very cautious, and they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have.
Wait. Here's something interesting. Lyney and Lynette were together back then, but not Fermine. So is that theory about Fermine being an android correct? I know the evidence isn't really there, other than the fact that he talks to machines like the vacuum cleaner in their house. But is he really an android or something?
They hide things from me too.
Did they build a brother?
When I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, it always shows somehow. I can sense that their lives have been hard, possibly even dangerous too. That after thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. It's full of lies and falsehoods, and that is why we must find our own truth. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. Will it P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other.
I don't think so.
Oh, Caesar, Caesar.
I think they definitely took it to heart.
Just mind your own business next time.
Stop reading.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lyney and Lynette, don't you think?
Yeah.
So did they meet Caesar when they were kids? Let's go ask Lyney!
If even Paimon put it together, you have to be pretty dumb not to figure it out. No offense, Paimon, but you're not the smartest banana in the bunch.
Lyney?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected, there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape is performed. First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens. At this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming.
But didn't he die from falling? Is he not dead?
Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended into the crowd, waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it. And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think the process should work, theoretically speaking.
Theoretically speaking, what do you mean?
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy. He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. No one could hope to survive that fall. Not without a vision, at least. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what it could gather from his notes, and the relevant gadgets here in his workshop.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been done, huh? Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dangerous, it's probably for the best that no one else tries to do it. Wait a second. So So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then where does the real magician go?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance, and
Okay.
it's not as simple as it looks. Inside, there's a device that only the magician himself would know about.
Or his assistant.
Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box, opening a secret door out of view. He then escapes through this trap door onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's mood and reactions. That takes an exceptional degree of showmanship.
Okay.
There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape.
What was that famous magician's name who did that? Who tied himself up in like a straitjacket or whatever and put himself in a box at the bottom of the water or something of the river? Shoot, what was his name? This whole like explanation just reminds me of that.
Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician, but unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good guess.
Someone locked the box.
I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And, sure enough, he always used his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
David Blaine? No, he was older. He was older than that. Houdini, maybe?
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here, which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact left-handed.
Why would Caesar put a right-handed then?
Because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand.
Harry Houdini, whatever.
But
Houdini.
a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises
Sorry I'm being,
eyebrows,
like, quiet.
the
I'm trying to pay
falsehoods
attention.
become all the more difficult to mask. And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. Great magic always requires sacrifices. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadgets with the mechanism on his left.
Maybe someone exploited the fact against him?
Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he was doing because muscle memory would guide him through. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his left hand, he reached for the button, and suddenly, his heart skipped a beat. It wasn't there. Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind needed a moment to process what was going on. Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another second or two, until the bottom of the box gave way. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and conclude that his death was due to his own error.
When in reality, someone switched the boxes, and they did it to murder him.
Wow.
But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed, and who could move his props around without arousing
You're
suspicion.
still trying to piece it together.
Someone
I
was
knew who it
always
was
by
as soon as
his
we met
side.
him.
Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
It took you this long.
Just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you?
When I was a kid, I used to watch a show of the guy do a magic trick, and they showed how they did it.
There's not a lot of people who'd go to all this trouble for some magician who died 10
That's
years
cool.
ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with.
Maybe you shouldn't go around murdering people then. That'd be smart.
But I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good for you and back off like the lady, but...
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been threatening her!
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you people, you never even knew him, but for some reason you just wouldn't drop it.
You don't... One, you don't know that. Two, so is she not the person you were in love with? That's good. That's good. She deserves the other guy. The other guy seems to actually like her. You can go take your yandere self somewhere else.
Which is why you can't leave this place alive. Take them out and make it quick.
Do your worst!
Lyney time! Alright. So I'm gonna try and do this. Okay, so Pyro, 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 Kazuha, charge attack Lyney. Oh, it didn't do it, damn. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this.
Everybody stand back! Just stop it! Fire it up!
And then you want to do...
Let's get this show on the road!
Charge attack. Charge attack. Explode.
Step right up!
You kids are tougher than you look.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? Your cronies can't help you now. I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like to know is, why did you murder Caesar?
If I had a mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized Caesar, everyone else did. But I was the real genius magician. Me! He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made magic into the fine art it is today. The aristocrats
Sure you
doffed
did.
their hats to me!
Sure you did.
So it was jealousy.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like.
You were his
hated
assistant, though.
Caesar. All he cared about
Why did
was
you-
his magic. He
Why were you his
lived and
assistant, then?
breathed it. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him, never bothering to think about Mora. What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it?
Someone who cares about his craft and likes bringing joy to people. A good person, not a greedy asshole. Can we kill him? Lyney, you're Fatui. You should be okay with that, right?
But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they loved
Damn, that was
up to
crazy, bro.
him.
What's up, Cleo?
No one gave me
How
a
are you
second
today?
look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing. Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and it brought me nothing more than the life I already had.
So you killed him.
He forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their mora. There was
Trick people.
nothing
It didn't
he
mean you
hated
can't
more
charge a
than that.
mission. It doesn't mean you can't make an honest living. You can't just kill someone because you don't like how they do things.
And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him. There was no other way. He had to go.
At least he did it for money.
And this was your only motive?
It was reason enough. What other motive would I need?
Well, I was under the impression that there might have been other factors at play.
Oh, maybe he
For
did?
instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she
So he was a
engaged to
yandere.
Caesar.
So he killed Caesar because he loved Gemma. Okay, so we were right.
In love
Cool.
with Gemma. Don't be ridiculous.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question.
I am. Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way. That the sole purpose of
You could have
magic was
just
to bring
left.
joy to the world.
You could have just started your own act.
I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me fill my pockets with all kinds of valuable treasures.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued, no matter how much it was worth.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items.
That's
I
effed.
stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
You have the lamest villain name of all time.
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again during your trial.
Heh.
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. So be it. I've
So he's just
enjoyed
gonna admit
power
it?
and wealth for the last 10 years, the likes of which Caesar could never give me.
Very well. In that case, I'll contact the guards. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo for me. I'll meet you just outside the workshop when I'm back.
I can confirm he's a thief. He snatched my weave. Well,
At least I can finally stop looking over my
you wouldn't have to keep looking over your shoulder if you didn't murder people.
Lyney has told me the whole story.
Hi, Bruno.
Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar?
We're not
and
supposed to talk
framing
about you,
him for
Bruno.
the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed a conscience. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it. Because
All of his wealth and stuff down the drain now.
Looks like it's all
It's not like he can use it. He's gonna be in
What
jail.
should we do next, Lyney? Should we start preparing for your show?
We can talk about Bruno.
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo in custody, Gemma will no longer have to fear for her safety.
Good point. We should go tell Gemma the good news right away.
Guys, what was the guy's name at the grave that had a very interesting name? Do you guys remember, like, his actual name? Because I kind of want to set him up with Gemma. Because he definitely had a thing for her. Can I just teleport up? I know that's what his name sounds like, but what was his actual name? Was it like Baltasar? I can't say it. Let's go set him up with Gemma. There's a legit NPC in this game called Baltasar. And it just... It sounds a lot like Balteaser.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Third?
Your third? Lynette, come on. We've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for
Lynette,
dinner now.
I know.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
She's so
That's
deadpan.
besides the point. Well, it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
No one is testing my balls today. Thomas!
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry.
You knew it was
I still didn't
Lorenzo?
know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can.
Leo, I hope
had my
not.
suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
Oh, at least she finally gets closure.
He did threaten you.
She definitely deserved it. 10 years of looking over her shoulder, mourning her dead husband.
But you don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's gonna be okay.
Sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people watching me all the time, so I couldn't risk looking
Sorry, I
into
couldn't
it.
help myself. It's fine. It was funny.
I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. And then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. So
Aw.
I never had the courage to speak out. Thank you all. Truly. Thank you so much.
I wonder if Baltasar is still at the gravesite. Like, if we go back there, I wonder if he'd still be there.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I
Balteaser!
never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real
I didn't even
Phantom
have to come
Weasel.
look for you.
He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. From the
What's up,
outside, it looked like they
Baltasar?
got along great.
I'm really trying to pronounce his name, guys.
Ugh, and to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud. It's a travesty. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now. Thanks to...
If only I'd realized before it was
Gemma.
too late.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma. This isn't your fault.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live.
Delora.
Caesar wouldn't want to see you spending it feeling guilty.
Cheer up, Gemma.
I was
My
actually going to
brother's
come look
doing a
for him,
magic
but
show at the Opera House tomorrow
we didn't
evening.
have to. I'm pretty
Would you
proud of
like
that.
This show will be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
In Caesar's honor. Really?
Also, I met Baltasar, like, the thing to shoot electricity into some... Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free magic show. Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something. Oh yeah, Caesar's diary! We never found out if it...
It
Favorite
may take some
NPC,
time, but
right here.
Caesar's reputation will be restored now that the real culprit has been captured.
I'm going to come back after the quest and see if you're
Looks
still
like
here.
Gemma chose a good man after all.
It's still pretty concerning either way. Yep. Alright, so... Wait until... What time is it? Well, if we wait till 0... I don't know if anyone's done this yet, But if you wait until like past midnight and go to the fountain, you can hear voices if you stand inside of it.
Changed the topic back in the workshop, so we didn't get a chance to bring it up. Oh well. Guess we'll just have to ask Lyney tomorrow evening.
It's not gonna work when I'm in the quest. It might not work when I'm in the quest. Oh, I heard it. Do you guys hear it? Let me turn down the volume. Audio, music. How do I turn down the music? Come on, I did this yesterday. Why isn't it turning down? I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can. Talk to the spirit at the fountain at 3 a.m. Gone wrong. I drowned. Like, I can vaguely hear the voices. I don't know why it's not being very loud. Oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll come back after the quest is done and then we'll see if I can get the like right settings so we can hear it. But I'm pretty sure you're supposed to like drop everything but like the voice volume. It's creepy. McDonald's 3 a.m. challenge. Survive the grimace shake. I don't know what time I was supposed to do this for. I think it was 8. 18. My bad. There we go. Watch the magic show at the Opera House. Wait, really? I didn't actually think it was going to be at the Opera House. Please tell me we're actually getting another magic show cutscene. Wait, Lynette, why are you in the audience? Are you not going to be a part of the show?
Paiwan's excited to see another of Lyney's magic shows! Wait. Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready because the show is about to begin. The great magician Lyney has prepared a spectacular show for us all tonight, concluding with an all-new grand finale that no audience has ever seen before.
Wow! A new trick!
Oh no.
Thank you all so
He's gonna
much
do
for
the drop
coming.
box.
Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
His master died though.
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just...
I bet he's gonna do the drop box. Yeah. Yeah.
No wonder. Caesar was a famous magician too. So, how did you two first meet, Gemma?
Well, I was out on the street once, and I saw him performing for little children. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing
Oh,
them
you can
into
see
a
Charlotte over
dreamlike
there.
world. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too.
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand,
I wonder if it does
snapped
fall.
his fingers, and
We can just take him
magically
to the
appeared on my
statue
head.
and because new. Here's an easier solution. We don't even have to move him. Just throw a boiled egg at him. or just throw a sunny side up egg at him. Fried egg.
I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Oh, that's so cute. Actually, now that you mention it, Lyney's done that one before.
Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar.
Does that mean Lyney was flirting with
let's
us?
treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
Don't be sad.
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on. You can breathe easy at last, right?
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now. Phantom Weasel.
I kind of feel bad because both of those options kind of sucked.
Even Lynette says
You can't tell someone to not be sad.
the Phantom Weasel! Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
As Lyney once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show.
Is Lyney gonna put him in the
Someone
box?
with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
Wait,
What
what?
are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle. Traveler, Paimon doesn't
Is
like
she
where this is going.
the weasel?
Come on, say something!
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far.
What I got from the conversation
There
is
will now be
either
a
she's
brief
the
intermission,
weasel,
after which Lyney will perform the
or
most
Lenny's gonna drop a man
electrifying
from a
act of
box.
Tonight's show, the one we've all been waiting for. The final performance will take place outside of the Opera House, so please make your way outside in a calm and orderly fashion.
Lynette ratting Gemma
Phantom
out.
Weasel never did like public places, did they? Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon.
Damn. So she was the Phantom Weasel the whole time? You killed your husband? No. The other guy definitely killed him. But you were the thief.
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully, I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Okay.
Lyney, don't we have more important things to address right now? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask. And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Okay.
Well then, let's hear it. Paimon's dying of curiosity here.
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left a trace, and no treasure was safe from her thieving hands. But as her infamy grew,
Ooh.
so did the readiness of the police, and her
She got a Phantom
opportunities
Thief
to
mask
act
and
became
everything.
ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her
So
options,
she never loved
she set
her
her
husband?
sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth
Oh my
came
god,
out.
that dress.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was
Damn!
considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the
Yeah, she's also a
perfect
killer. They both killed him.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
Because he did love her. He
So
took
you'd
the
sooner
blame
trust Lorenzo
because he
than me?
loved her.
Even without a shred
Wait,
of
wait, wait,
evidence?
wait, wait, wait. So he didn't kill him to marry her, or because he was in love with her to get her. He killed him because he loved her. Because she told him to. That's like a plot twist within a plot twist.
A
Damn.
magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard.
I love Gemma's hair. It looks edible. Edible, yes. Oh my
With
gosh.
a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise?
For
No,
shame.
Not that poor lady. Perish the thought.
Wait,
Balti's loved you
so
too.
you mean
Poor man.
the whole intimidation
Balti
thing was
does.
just
He
a
just
hoax?
deserves better.
Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel
Because he loved her.
Yes, why indeed? Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Lyney,
I could just see
if
you guys
you're
like
so
popping out
confident
of
in
like
your
the
version of
walls and
events,
just start eating her hair
then
all
I
of a
think the
sudden.
answer should be obvious. Having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Yeah, they're gonna still arrest you.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting,
Even
I'd
her
be much
voice
obliged.
changed. Like, even the way she talks changed. Her whole personality, even the way she spoke, was an act. Damn.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a terrible childhood.
So you wanted to make everyone else's awful? I liked her in the beginning,
Left to
too.
fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from
I don't know,
garbage
move
bins
to a
draw
different
on,
city?
using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Until once again she was betrayed. And this time everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. At that tender
Man,
age,
kids are the worst.
she should have been happy.
Do you guys remember
Instead,
that
she
quest
stood
in
the
Star Rail?
shadows and watched with envy as all
Where
good things in the world
the
passed her
MC
by.
point blank threatens a child with a baseball bat? Yeah, I want to do that. Oh, the good old days.
This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others, in all its forms alike. I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true, and it will fill the void in my soul.
Okay.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Lyney?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
So, what's with the warning letter?
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
Maybe she wanted it to come to light?
She didn't write the letter.
Oh, you did.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. Lyney. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House. But why?
Because they were his students, you dumb...
Very
I don't want to say
sharp,
that.
Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name.
Exactly.
The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
Their father figure.
10
Damn.
years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him? Wait. Oh, I get it. You were those two obnoxious kids.
Duh.
It's been so long, and you're all grown up now. I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
Do you hear yourself? Bullies and asshole kids took everything from you, so you spent your entire life stealing from other people just so people would be as miserable as you. You did the same thing to them. But did they go on a killing spree? No. They're here to set the record straight and put you in jail. I kind of like that. It's like the mirror ways of going about like grief, or maybe not grief, but in both situations, Lyney and Lynette didn't have anything growing up. So neither did she. Did they result to thievery and stuff? No.
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds, and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget, and so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything.
Oh.
I'm free.
They're gonna put you in the box.
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods,
Are they gonna put her in the
we must
box?
find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
Are they gonna take her hands?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole? Back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. But what
They
did
took
he have
Lorenzo
to gain
away
from
from
all
her?
that? He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth you have in your life. But that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Damn.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Damn.
Your freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods. I do hope you'll be able to bear it. You've still got a long life ahead of you after all.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing Lyney to perform his final act in tonight's show.
Wow.
I'm sure you're all wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more.
Then you're gonna
For
do
the
the Yakuza.
death-defying high-altitude escape.
I'm joking. In the Yakuza group, if you do something bad, you get a finger chopped off or something. Yeah, no, 10 years
I'm
ago.
sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall, after which he was dubbed the Phantom Weasel. But we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused, and that the real Weasel has now confessed to their crime.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing this one for ages now, but I'm still a little nervous. Traveler,
Ages.
Paimon, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people
Please
watching
don't die.
tonight, but you alone are
I know they're
my
not gonna
true
kill Lenny, but like still. It's scary. Him getting in the box and everything.
Lyney, wait. You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. So what about now? Are you an open book? Or are you still the same as ever? You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then you'll
But seriously, dang, Lenny.
You're wrong.
Can be threatening if you want to be. I mean, yeah, he's a Fatui. Look at that teardrop. You know he killed a man in prison.
So, what are we, doing?
Like Lyney said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lyney after the show, you know where he'll be. The usual haunt.
All right. Well, let's go and watch Lenny's finale then. This
I really
trick's a
hope he's
pretty
okay.
dangerous one, but he should be able to pull it off, right?
I hope he'll be okay. By the way, I want to switch Lenny back in the party. Now that I
Prepare to be amazed.
Oh, can I leave out this way? Am I supposed to leave or am I supposed to go higher? No, okay, I'm supposed to leave. Cutscene. Oh no. Lynette, how'd you get up there so fast?
Magic should be mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work.
Oh my gosh, look at baby Lyney!
It's alright. We're used to that.
Oh my, look at little Lynette!
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the
They're
whole
so
truth.
cute.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day, you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Aww.
Look! Behold! Lyney is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape?
Oh
10
no.
years ago, Caesar
I mean,
attempted
obviously
this
he
very
can.
trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Mysterious.
Huh?
Surprising.
I mean, it's pretty.
And logic defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you.
Wow.
I'm just sorry it's a little late.
That was a that was so...
One minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flowers.
That was such a pretty cutscene. Holy shit.
Done that? How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just vanished, right in front of my eyes.
What a heart-stopping magic show! This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Lyney has fulfilled a wish on his behalf.
Good night, Galaxy. Thanks for stopping by.
For a better grand finale. It will make a great headline for the Steambird tomorrow.
Heartwarming, yeah.
If I do say so myself.
Looks like everyone really loved Lyney's grand finale.
Even though they don't know the full story.
Paimon doesn't see Lyney anywhere. Where'd he go? Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But,
The cemetery.
Oh, you mean the one where Caesar's buried? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Lyney's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. So
Yeah.
it makes sense that that's where he'd be afterward. Alright, let's go look for him there.
And someone actually, after 10 years, would be there to say goodbye. Because, you know, she wasn't actually there to say goodbye. Ah, very sad. Overall, I mean, I know we're getting close to the end. I enjoyed that quest. I really did. A lot of the time, the character quests are just like, you know, with Cleese, it was like, oh, Abyss dude making trouble. Let's go in dungeon, get treasure back, you know? they're not always like super personal or anything like that. So I really like when they are. They go into like backstory and stuff about the characters. I feel like that's what they should be, to give more information about the new characters to make people want to pull for them and stuff like that.
Lyney, there you are. Are you all right? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke.
I kind of want to see one, Lyney.
Something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic.
Should I end the stream with trying to get C1 Lyney?
A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
I don't think so.
Did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
He wouldn't have known, so...
Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something
Do it.
ever since we were in Caesar's workshop.
Make Caesar proud.
Magic from Caesar once, didn't you?
No, but Rio...
After I joined the House of the Heart,
there's just too many good characters.
To be honest,
I might pull on Lyney again when he comes back, but... with Nouvelette and Rio both coming out next update, I think I just gotta stay strong. I just gotta stay strong, even though it's so hard.
I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning magic from street performers. I'd watch their tricks and try to figure out how they were done. But I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes.
Is Rio the black hair character? I think I saw his leaks too. Yeah, he's a 5-star cryo catalyst user, but he fights with his fists.
And make niftier props.
He's basically just a 5-star cryo Hazo. But he's a police officer. He basically, his job is to bring people in for the court hearings and stuff like that. So his like idle animation has him like swinging handcuffs and stuff around. So let's just say a lot of people like him.
We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves. But without proper guidance from a professional magician, we quickly plateaued.
He does look cool. I know!
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes. We figured there was no harm in asking, but it took us by surprise that he was so willing to teach us. In all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was very good to us. By contrast, we hid so many things from him.
Yeah.
For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, I answered, "It's my passion." But in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then.
Making
after
money.
being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon after, this was no longer about me doing what I loved.
It was a matter of survival. Doing it for the House of the Hearth. Being a distraction. Very sad.
What amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Lyney.
I don't blame you.
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry,
the name.
I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death, and was now declared to be the Phantom Weasel. That night, I remembered his smile. But as I lay there, I didn't know what to say to him. To keep secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show, full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess that's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Look at that line. Oh my gosh, that line. And with the fact that legitimately, what's her name? The criminal lady told us that how she fell in love with their mentor was when he did the trick with the flower and put the flower on her outfit. And then Lyney did it for us, like totally flirting. And then we're gonna say this? Damn. There's always that one character that they really like push flirting. You know what I mean? Like Lisa flirts with you really heavily in Mondstadt. Ayaka is legitimately your like #1 fan in Inazuma. I guess it would technically be Kaching and Liwei, kind of. I know a lot of people think she's like the one who's in love with the Traveler, but I'm like, Xiao seems like pretty much a simp for the Traveler too. Traveler's literally out here building himself a harem. We're in your auditorium, and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, cheer up, Lyney. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. But whatever happens, Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food, fun toys, and the Traveler by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes right out the window. You know, Traveler, doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma.
Notice how they don't mention
But at least it left us with each other.
Fermine is like the forgotten younger brother, damn.
That's why the darkness never consumed me, and why it never will. Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light that
I
shines
get like Lyney
through.
and Lynette are twins. They are very, 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 very close.
Time to lighten this conversation up a little. What did you think of the show tonight?
But they never
Are you
mentioned
happy with
Fermine.
It was amazing! Paimon just wishes we hadn't been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the Opera House just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Lyney, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of
Would
something.
the trio be a good team though? No. Not with Femine. But you can use Lyney and Lynette. Lyney is mono pyro, but you need one swirl character on your team, and Lynette can swirl.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand!
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2...
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is!
He didn't even touch me. Damn.
Different flower from the last time, right? This one's called, oh yeah, a rainbow rose. But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done, please, Lyney.
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
He used his ascension material. The rainbow rose is his ascension material.
Fine. Please, teacher, please.
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their secrets. You have to observe, think, and find the answers for yourself.
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show.
He is a
I bid you
vision
both
wielder, and we've
good
seen him
night.
do some magic string stuff with his vision before. So maybe he legit isn't actually attaching the rose to us. Maybe he's like using those little fire vine string things to do magic tricks and stuff. You never know with vision wielders.
I look forward to seeing you again.
I know it's supposed to be mysterious and it's, you know, not real magic. It's video game logic and stuff, so. But still, that's my little theory, I guess.
Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Paimon bets Lyney and Caesar will be plastered all over it.
Yeah, probably.
Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow morning and see what we can find out.
We even got the little thing to remember the quest by. That's really sweet. But more importantly, if I come back later, will Baltes be here? That is the most important question in the game. Do I actually have to wait till tomorrow? Wait until 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Okay. And go... What? The quest location is currently involved with another quest. Steambird inventory, please complete that first. Where is that? No. No. Guess from Leeway. The cat's tail? Another home. Steambird interview. He did the vine thing to make Paimon a balloon? Yes, very true. That's why I got that idea from. I was gonna change Lenny's wings, but I don't know. They match his outfit pretty well, the basic. Oh, wait, where's the billboard in... for, like, the weeklies? Where is that here? Oh, is that this? Is that where you are? Is that seriously what this quest was? Boring. The wings! Holy shit, those are nice! Those are so pretty. The black and white and the scales, and then like the blue like water style wings on. Oh! I want them. I'm getting them. Can't accept these yet, damn. I think I gotta do more of the side quests and stuff. Unfort. Check out the... Found Fontaine's gadget too. Alright. This thing? Crystal Trap? Crystal Trap develops Reacher name from Fontaine. Energy after the deployed insert requires materials to develop within. Lures crystal flies inside? This thing literally is a vacuum cleaner for crystal flies? What's this? Wind power generator device. After being activated, this device can provide a strong lifting force for a wind glider. So this allows you to go up while in a wind glider. That's cool. I didn't even see the crystal fly thing. Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oh, please, Lyney, I'll only take a moment of your time, if you would be so kind.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom Weasel all along.
That was quick.
Hmm?
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up to do. Please fill me in.
Paimon, you just outed us.
Whoops. Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay, then. Wait, no, there must be more to it. If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart, how...
well...
Charlotte's journalist spirit is burning red. We're gonna have to distract her somehow.
Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the show. What happened between you? Quickfire question. Where did you all go after the show?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Lyney did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon. Guess what? Lyney started using rainbow roses in his tricks.
I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, it just means it's a different kind of a, love. Your siblings, so you get your ascension material. The traveler's building a harem, and apparently Lyney's in it, so he gets the rainbow rose.
No, I just,
Change of heart, you say? Maybe a certain Phantom Thieves did it?
What now?
I mean, this is called the Phantom Thief.
This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Traveler?
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, never mind. There's always next time.
Yep.
Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll stop at nothing to get to the bottom of it all. Apparently,
does she have buttons on her sweater? I just realized that.
Her wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's clearly a web of complicated relationships there. Can't blame me for being curious. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace.
I have a feeling she's gonna get to the bottom of it anyway. Charlotte's kind of scary how good she is at digging stuff up.
Paimon didn't mean to.
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Oh, really? Oh, thank goodness. You scared Paimon there.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least it did the job, right?
Please, take good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be really upset if you lost it.
Nope, never. Would never. I kind of really like Lyney and Lynette now. Like, I liked them before. Like, I really did. Of course, I pulled for Lyney. I even pulled for his weapon. I usually settle for just the character, but I actually pulled for his weapon, too. I'm so tempted to pull more. But no. I want Rio. I gotta save. I gotta save. I gotta save. I don't know how you guys do it. Knowing the fact that I have like 50 wishes in my inventory is killing me. It's killing me. Anyway, so let's go and fight the crab again, because I need to spend some resin. And then we will probably call it there. Just a very story-based mission quest. It was really fun. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a very, very cute story mission and stuff. I love seeing Lyney and Lynette, of course. It was like we had to solve the mystery. It was like a mystery-style case, which I kind of liked, because, you know, Fontaine and everything so far. But we didn't actually have to, like, find clues and stuff this time, because Lyney and Lynette already knew. Which was kind of a big hint to begin with, I guess.
Know your place.
Oh, I got pushed out of it. Damn.
Don't be scared. Ears of the storm.
Behold.
I'm like not doing anything. Let's go.
Everybody stand back.
I've done this thing in one rotation, but for some reason that one took 3. I don't think I charged attack. That might have been why. I have 55 wishes. Nice.
Too slow.
I actually don't know how many I have. I have like 40 from when we did the Lyney pools, and then I have Primos. Let's look at that. I have 43 and a little less than 10. So I have around 50. Yeah, just around 50. Oh, and 2 of these. Let's use them. I get to wish after all. But don't worry guys, I do have another Genshin stream scheduled for Sunday, and we will still be doing it. But because we were able to stream today, what we're going to be doing on Sunday is actually Kaveh and Layla's Hangout quest, because we have a 4-hour stream scheduled for then. I should be able to do both of them, which will be awesome, because I've been wanting to do their Hangouts for a while. They're 2 of my favorite characters in the game, and I've been waiting until we ran out of story stuff to do, so... I have a lot of side missions to do as well if we need something else or need a break from the Hangouts. Like, look at these. I have so many quests to do still. I think what I need to do eventually is just have a very long stream of me just doing all of these quests, even the world quests, just so I can have them done. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, it's been Rain, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the Kingdom Hearts 2 stream. Bye, guys!